Hey guys, Reprusu here, and I'd just like to share my thoughts with you on the new DLC from Valve for Left 4 Dead 2, The Passing. As you can see here, this is the opening scene where we get to meet Francis from the first Left 4 Dead.
I have to walk to the other side of this bridge, and then me and some
I'll tell you something, that guy is
other
no cop.
cops up here.
So at least Francis sticks with his old cop routine, even though it doesn't work. So essentially you get 3 maps to travel through. The first one is where you meet the original survivors. Unfortunately, you only get to meet that one time up on the bridge. The first time I played through this, it was Zoe up there, so I guess they do change it every once in a while to someone new. But aside from them changing it every once in a while, as promised, I think most people are kind of disappointed with the fact that you only get to meet them at the beginning of this campaign. The next time you get to meet them is in the third and final map. So essentially, the deal is to turn on the generators so that you can power up the gate blocking the bridge and get through with Johnny Gibbs Jr.'s car. I can never remember that guy's name. I think Ellis would give me a good backhand for getting that one wrong. I remember the first time I heard about the DLC being made available, or well, being announced, the first thought through my mind was, sweet, we get to play some 8 on 8. And that was my initial thought, because I heard something about where, one team plays through from one end of the map, and the other team plays through from some other part of the map, and you meet up in the middle. And that's just something I heard, and even if that wasn't accurate, I still thought it'd be something similar to that line. Of course, as you can already see, that's not the case. The survivors are AI controlled, and it's basically you with playing as the original not the original survivors, the new survivors. So I felt a bit let down there. And of course, as the maps progressed, and you really didn't get to see any of the original survivors at all, I immediately felt like this was just kind of a gimmick. Possibly to maybe sell more copies of the game, or to get more people playing. Now the new DLC, it didn't just come with the passing, it also came with a new versus match, Mutation, and several new achievements. Now I haven't played Mutation yet. I probably will give it a try as soon as I can. Essentially that's versus mode, but with the realism setting. In other words, it sounds like it's impossible to win any of the maps if you're survivors, which should be fun. But back on topic, you progress through each map the same as any other map. The nice thing is that they give you 3 instead of 2, like they did with Crash Course in the first Left 4 Dead. Again, that was another huge letdown. I don't know why it takes Valve a long time to release something after they announce they're working on it. So you get some new weapons in this DLC, at least. There's the M60 and the golf club. On this particular playthrough, I didn't get the golf club. My first time through I got it, and I got the achievement 4, which essentially is you decapitate 18 zombies with it. The M60 is 150 bullets in the clip. You don't have to reload it, but it's kind of like the chainsaw. Once it's out, it's out. You can't refuel it. Or same with the grenade launcher. The nice thing about the M60 though is when you shoot something, it gets messed up.
Tattoo.
So to look at the positive side of the passing so far, we have 2 new weapons and a set of 3 fairly good maps. I've heard already a couple complaints about lack of detail, but I rather actually enjoyed them. As for the cons of this DLC, The first and foremost biggest thing was just a huge letdown, finding out that you wouldn't actually be playing alongside with the old survivors, as I'm pretty sure myself and everyone else anticipated. Now, I realize this is Valve's game, they can do what they want with it, but they really should try and please the public. Another thing that me and my friends banked on especially was some 8 versus 8 versus, which would have made things quite intense. Obviously 8 people playing as the old and new survivors, and 8 people playing as special infected. It'd be a mess, but it'd be a fun mess. Some more cons are the fact that it really is only 3 maps. I mean, they announced the arrival of the passing quite a while ago. They had plenty of time to go ahead and make some kick-ass maps, and the 3 they made are good, but why they couldn't do a full campaign of 4 or 5 maps, it's beyond me. They kind of like probably looked at all the negative feedback from Crash Course and said, oh hey, people don't like the fact that it's only 2 maps, so they add 1 extra. Well, big whoop-de-dee.
Reloading!
The largest disappointment for me personally was kind of getting to the 3rd map finally and realizing here that you still won't really be fighting alongside the survivors. As you can see, there's just 3 of them up there.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch your names.
We're the people with the car that need to get over the bridge.
You're right, Francis. He's not friendly. I think Bill would have shot him by now.
Oh, yeah. Bill definitely would have shot him.
Well, good. Glad that's cleared up. What now?
Just go fill up the generator.
So they were talking about Bill shooting us, and you kind of have to wonder, well, where is Bill? Of course, you play ahead a little bit, and you find Bill, but it's a little shocking, especially to most people. A lot of people are big fans of Bill. Sure enough, you'll find him dead. My first time playing through this, I was really asking, why is Bill dead, you know? Why are the other 3 survivors not showing any emotion about it, or really making a mention of it? You think they would be upset, at least. When you kill off a main character in a video game, or even a movie, or anything, you don't want it to be emotionless. It's gonna ruin it for everybody, and the death of Bill, no idea why he died. Like, obviously it's a zombie apocalypse, you can be imaginative and assume zombies got him, but the fact that there's just nothing on it is rather upsetting. At this point in the game, I was just already a little fed up after this huge long wait for nothing. I just wanted to get all the gas cans into the thing there, whatever you would call that, to refuel it, and beat the mission to see what happens. And of course, you do that, and all you have to do is escape to the car and take off. Honestly, there's nothing here. There's just 3 new maps to play on. I'm sure they're fun on Versus. I'll be playing them for sure. But I just don't think it was worth the hype or the wait. And I can already tell that people are going to eat this up, and they're going to sell a lot more copies. So I don't know if you agree or disagree. Just let me know. If there's other things you want to touch on, leave comments below. I definitely want to hear feedback, especially if you've played through this game or if you're planning on playing through the game. I'm sorry if I spoiled the Bill thing for you at this point. Honestly, though, it's not really too much to spoil. They didn't put any thought into it. So I hope you kind of enjoyed this bitchy little rant. Just mostly unhappy with the turnout of this add-on, which is why I'm making this video.
We got him!